girl, you just hit the jackpot, because in this video, I'm going to be sharing my tips that I have collected over the past decade on how not to feel buyer's remorse ever again and never regret another purchase. Make sure to keep watching for these 6 tips, because not only are they going to help you never have buyer's remorse again, but they're also going to help you create the wardrobe of your dreams. Yes, the wardrobe of your dreams. That means no more I have nothing to wear moments. That means no more days where you look at your closet and you're like, I hate my clothes. No more clothes in the back of your closet that you never wear, and a lot more money in your wallet to spend on things that you actually need. My name is Lisa Gabrielle, and I make videos on fashion and lifestyle. So if that kind of content interests you, then make sure to hit that subscribe button, because I upload videos every Wednesday and I would love for you to join the fam. Okay, so number 1 is stop impulse buying. I used to go to the mall like every weekend and spend like $100 on just completely mindless purchases. The problem with impulse purchases is that oftentimes you look at the item or items that you just purchased and they kind of lose their intrigue once they're in your home, because you realize you didn't put very much thought into it, and so it's not really reflective of who you are and it doesn't really fit with your closet. Now, sometimes impulse purchases can work out great, don't get me wrong, but when you compare the success rate of your long-term enjoyment of an item that was an impulse purchase versus one that was a thought-out purchase, the thought-out purchase wins by a long shot. So that brings me into point number 2, and that is window shopping. I know window shopping gets a bad rep, but honestly, I think it's really fun because you get to go out and fulfill that desire to shop and look for clothes and see what's new this season and all that stuff without having the financial commitment of actually having to make a purchase. And when you window shop, you can scout out items that you might want to purchase, and then they'll be in the back of your mind and you can actually think it through and see if you actually want that item and if it will be a benefit to your wardrobe. Over 50% of the time that I go shopping, I just go window shopping. And I find it so fun because I just go in the store, I pick like a bunch of items. Yes, the sales associates probably hate me, but that's fine. And when I try on the items, if I like them, then I make sure to take a picture. This way, I'm able to come home and for the next week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I'm able to think about that item and think about whether it is my style. Think about whether it goes with the items that I already have in my closet. Try to make outfits with it. And if I'm still thinking about it and it still brings me joy after 1 to 3 weeks, then I can go back and I can make an informed purchase. It's almost like window shopping is dating, and then buying your item is the relationship. You know, it's like jumping into a relationship without dating. You might not get along, versus if you date first, you'll be in it for the long haul. Wow, that analogy is something. So moving on to number 3, stop buying fast fashion. Going back to when I was 17 and I was making all of those impulse purchases, the only way that I was able to do so was by buying fast fashion items, right? Because they're inexpensive, and so you end up spending $100 to $200 on like 6 items. Fast fashion also makes impulse buying a little bit more justifiable because it is smaller increments of money, and you feel like you're getting more bang for your buck because you're getting more items for your money. The problem with buying so much fast fashion is that the clothing itself does not last at all. And that brings me to my 4th point. Refine your style. 3 or 4 years ago, I had a friend who shared with me her experience about refining her style and encouraged me to do the same. And honestly, it really changed my relationship to clothing and to fashion. And after I took the time to refine my style, I finally was able to go out and make purchases that were informed by my own knowledge of what I like to wear and what my style is. Shopping without a style is very different because you're just looking at items and you're like, do I like this? Do I not like this? Versus when you refine your style, you're like, okay, I can like this, but it's not my style. I wouldn't wear it. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then a great way to start refining your style is go on Pinterest and start typing in styles that you like. And make a style board and just start pinning different outfits and styles that you like. Then take a look at that board and try to put some words behind what that aesthetic is. It doesn't have to be what describes your current closet. This can be a guide to a future closet that you can build over the next decade, you know? It's just gonna help you make sure that when you do go out and you shop, you're not buying things that will end up in the back of your closet. You're buying things that will create the wardrobe of your dreams. Things that will last you for decades to come. Number 5 is trends do not equal style. This basically just means that when you refine your style, you're creating this trend-proof aesthetic that you can base your wardrobe off of. And then from there, you can incorporate trends from different seasons in ways that fit with your aesthetic and in ways that you will feel comfortable and awesome sporting the trends. Before I took the time to refine my style, I just kind of jumped at trends and I thought that that was how to be fashionable, when in reality, that's probably a bit of a fashion nightmare. Don't get me wrong, it can be done well, but at the end of the day, if you're just chasing trend after trend, then you're not creating a wardrobe that will stand the test of time because trends do come and go so quickly. Most importantly, you're letting other people dictate what you wear because we're not the one creating the trends. So by just following trends, we're literally dressing how other people are telling us to dress. When we have our own refined style, then we can take those trends and just make them ours. Perhaps that would be the place to go into fast fashion if you want to just add one rather trendy item that you know is not going to be around for very long to your wardrobe just to play around with for the season. That would be a time that you could go to fast fashion. Number 6 is make those returns. I know this one's pretty obvious, but I wanted to mention it because online shopping has become such a big part of our lives these days, especially with COVID. And I know a lot of people, myself included before I started taking returns seriously, that look at the return process and it's like, I don't love the item. Maybe I'll just keep it because I don't feel like going down to the post office and dealing with all of that. But girl, then that item that you don't love is just gonna go into the back of your closet and take up space, and slowly those items are just gonna keep trickling in. The next time that you online shop, really think about the items that you received and whether you like them. And if you don't, make the return. Once you start doing it, it just doesn't feel like as much of a headache. Those are my tips. Follow these and I promise that you will never have buyer's remorse ever again. Let me know in the comments if you have yet to implement any of these steps in your life or if you've tried all of them. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. That would help me so much. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll link that down below as well. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.